Hey, what's going on, Nerd Fam? Nerd Jace here, and I'm back today with a new Magic the Gathering Arena video, and today is launch day for the next Universes Beyond set, and that is, of course, Marvel Superheroes. So yeah, I'm going to do a bunch of pack openings, as you can see right here, and, just kind of generally talk about various things. Yeah, that's about it. So yeah, I pre-purchased the booster pack bundle as I typically do. I didn't do it last set because I was not overly impressed. Not really impressed, but I wasn't interested in Strixhaven. But of course, Marvel stuff, I'm definitely interested in that. So of course, right here I got the 45 regular packs, 5 mythic, 5 golden packs. Here's my regular Thanos, the Mad Titan, and then my card style for it for pre-purchasing. So Thanos is an eternal villain, 4/4 Death Touch lifelink, and one of the new abilities in this set is Power Up. So that typically deals with, like in his instance, having the Affinity Stones. Well, actually, in his case, it's that one. But the Affinity Stones with the Gauntlet. So for Wooburg and a colorless, you put 2 +1/+1 counters on Thanos, and then you choose odd or even. Destroy each other creature with mana value of the chosen quality. So again, that's him doing his Galaxy Snap. Love the art on here. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and claim those. And of course, whenever they release a new set, we always get three free packs. I'm gonna go ahead and claim those, and we get each a basic copy of the new basic land. So that looks like Wakanda. I'm not sure where that is. Is that the place out in Kansas or whatever where Thor resurrects? Whatchamacallit? Brain farting. Anywho, we got Atlantis here. That, I believe, is the Raft, the Superhuman Prison. See, I'm not sure about that. That could also be Wakanda, but it might be the Savage Land. I'm not sure. Ooh, we got Hydra Lair. Mountains, so that should be Iron Fist, Shang-Chi. What's the name of that? Kunlun or Kunundin? I can't remember. That might be Wakanda also. Of course, we got New York City with Spidey right there, and that's another big thing with this. So now we officially have Spider-Man, the Spider-Man card art in Arena. So whatever, so we're getting the basics with that now. Because whatever, I guess whatever legal thing that they had going on, I think it was with, not Pokemon, with Marvel Snap. I guess that ended or whatever, so now they could actually get Spider-Man stuff here on Arena. So yeah, let's go ahead and check that out real quick. I'll show you my my Cosmic Spider-Man deck. There we go. We got Moreland. There's Miles, Superior Spider-Man, and of course Cosmic Spider-Man, and then J. Jonah Jameson right there. So just gonna bring this up briefly. So yeah, finally get that in there, and you can also go back to the Omen's Path cards if you want. That's the card style for the. But yeah, got Aunt May, Spinneret, Spiderling. What we got? Spider Ham here. Of course, Miles, Spider Punk, Spidey, Amazing Spider-Man. So very excited for that. So yeah, right before we open up these packs, let's go ahead and go to the store. Get you a drink, get you some snacks. I got me a nice, healthy sweet tea and bourbon. Okay, so we got a starter bundle right there, which I don't care about. Okay, so here's here's the Brawl decks that are way too fucking expensive. Oh, that Doombot one looks fucking cool. I like that. Or Doom with his Doombots, I should say. Thor. Alright, so what we got here? So the extended art, we got She-Hulk, Black Panther and Killmonger, Tony Stark. Is that Captain Marvel? Okay, so that's looks like the Mighty Avengers taking on Ultron bots, Elektra in New York, Captain America, Captain Falcon hitting up the Skrulls, Captain America doing, you know, Captain America stuff. Is that New York Bridge? New York City Bridge, yeah. Okay, so is that oh no, that's Ms. Marvel, Kamala Khan. That's her big fist, and we got a Vision there. Another island. Oh, that's Ant-Man. And then we got Black Widow and Hawkeye in the sewer. See, I want these. I do like these. So I got up here, as you can see, I got 16,000 gold. So that's $12.50 for those. But I also want some of these portraits or avatars, whatever. So got some Avengers right there, That one's cool. I do like the villains here, especially Doom. Thanos looks cool. Galactus. Fantastic Four. Got Wolverine, Elektra, Daredevil, She-Hulk, and Kate Bishop, Hawkeye, and of course Spider-Man. I gotta get my Spider-Man stuff. I think we got Avatar or a sticker. Aha, the Doom bots. That's cool. Oh, I do like She-Hulk right there. All right, we got emotes, Hulk smash, clobbering time, Avengers symbol. Verily, 'tis time for righteous smiting. Oh, my stars and garters, that's beats. Knuckle sandwiches for everyone. That's probably She-Hulk. Either She-Hulk or the Thing. Our worst day is only where we start from. Dibs on not dying this time. You're pretty good, but me, I'm magic, impressive, huh? Okay, that's kind of eh. Oh yeah, the mastery pass. Yeah, we'll look at that. I don't really care about the shield. That's an alright sleeve. What we got here? Alright, so here's the lands. Avengers Mansion. Avengers Compound. Ah, Castle Zemo. Ultron Invasion, so that should be Sokovia. Possibly. Oh yeah, there it says up there, Sokovia. I like how it's the newscaster, like they got the thing up there, the camera. Washington Bridge, Hydra. These ones are okay. Like the showcase panels, I'm very divisive on these. Some of these are, a lot of these are just hit or miss for me. I love the comic art though. Bruce Banner. See, these look good too. See, we're supposed to be getting Spider-Man ones too. There's Squirrel Girl and Tippy Toe. Thanos. Doctor Doom. That Doctor Doom looks so freaking good too, man. And that's what I'm mostly wanting out of this set. I'm wanting to get a bunch of the villains because I want to make a villain tribal deck. I've been wanting to do that since the Spider-Man set, but we didn't have any extra ones. Until now. Where's some Spider-Man shit? Borderless, Clash for Cosmic Cube stuff. Epic fights, that's nice. With the champions. And I guess that's it for right now. That's cool. Let's look at the mastery pass. So what we get? So of course we get Nick Fury, Avatar, the OG, the original Captain America shield, and the Avengers sleeve. Oh yeah, I have to look at the orbs too. Of course, there's Captain America's energy shield for when his vibranium one got busted. So they're not going to show us what that is right there? Okay. Iron Man. Hulk always angry. Thor, Guardian of Midgard. Asgard. Jesus, why could I not think of that earlier? I'm not sure if that was when Thor resurrected Asgard in Kansas or Oklahoma or where it was. I think it was Oklahoma. Okay, so they're not going to show me... That's bullshit. Not going to show me that. Hawkeye trick shot. Vibranium shield. Yeah, I don't really care about the shield avatars. I do like the extra card art, of course. MODOK, yeah. Absorbing Man and Titania. Abomination. That Abomination looks good. Is that Madam Hydra right there? Loki. And then, so yeah. Oh, there we go. Get 4 packs of Spidey. Ooh, look at that Doom sleeve. That's cool. I like that. So yeah, I'll probably get this pass for the other stuff. Again, I don't give a shit about the Captain America shield companions. I don't care about that. But anywho, let's finally start opening these packs. Alright, so of course we're gonna go, let's see, I did, is that 48? Yeah, 45, 48. Yeah, that's right. I'm having a brain fart. Alright, so this is what we're gonna go through first. And I'm not gonna go through every card, we'll just kind of do the cool shit. Super Speed, Decoy Ploy, Hydra Assault Robot, Robot Villain, Hawkeye's Bow, Stature Size Shifter, Black Panther Vanguard. Alright, so we got Scarlet Witch as first rare. 2/3 instant and sorcery spells you cast with mana value 4 or greater cost X less to pay, where X is Scarlet Witch's power. Ooh boy, that's gonna be interesting. And I got alternate art, Monstrous Rage. Got Red Hulk right there. That's Ed McGuinness art. Instant, of course, isn't this banned? Yeah, it's banned in Standard and Tradition. I thought it was banned in Brawl also. Oh, so yeah, that's another thing. I'm not sure if it's today, but I think it's this week. We're actually finally getting ranked Brawl. So that's cool. I'm happy for that. And then, so yeah, the physical, so this Tuesday, today, of course, we get this here on Digital Arena. The set officially is out on paper this Friday, the 26th. All right, we got a nice giant growth reprint here. Visions of Villainy, Burrow Backup, Trickster Stratagem, Kang Temporal Tyrant. Whenever he attacks, he connives. When you draw your second card each turn, each opponent loses a life and you gain a life. I got some wild cards. So yeah, right now I have 2 mythic, 5 rare. Alright, we've got Misty Knight, Hero for Hire, and a wild card. Hydra Troopers, Restorative Technique. Oh, is that Shang-Chi? Machinesmith Automaton, Robot Villain. And who is that supposed to be? Because that's not Ultron. Is that part of the Robot War, or not Robot, but the Armor Wars with Iron Man? I'm not sure. But 2/2 trample whenever another artifact you control enters, put a +1/+1 counter on him. Ooh, nice. Agent Atlas, Atlantean Cavalry. I love that she's riding a giant crab. Titania, Rugged Rumbler, excuse me. Falcon, Winged Wander. And we got Quicksilver, Brash Blur. Now this is going to be a broken-ass card. So yeah, 1/1 for 1. If Quicksilver is in your opening hand, you may begin the game with him on the battlefield. He has haste, and then he has a power-up ability for 5 mana. Put a +1/+1 counter and a double strike counter on Quicksilver. Woo! So, that's very nice. So I think some people already tried Theory Craft with him and got him doing some like broken combo immediately turn 1. Alright, Red Room Recruit, Atlantis Attacks. Nice. Keen of Vundagor, Cat Knight Villain. Nice. Okay, Hydra Assault Robot again. Decoy Ploy. Invisible Woman, Sue Storm. Nice. 2/5 lifelink. I like how she has a higher defense because, you know, she can put up those force fields and stuff. Whenever you put 1 or more +1/+1 counters on 1 or more other heroes you control, you may create a 0/4 colorless wall creature token with Defender. Very on brand with her. I like it. And we got Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. If only I could put that in my Pantlaza deck, but sadly Pantlaza doesn't have blue. Alright, 2/2. Whenever you draw your second card each turn until end of turn, Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur's base power and toughness become 6/6 and they gain trample. Whenever an artifact you control enters, draw a card, and that only triggers once each turn. Cool. So a lot of this feels very flavorful, very on brand, which is always nice. Alright, Super String, so we've got Hulk hulking out. Aerial Doombot, okay, I haven't seen this. 1/1 flying for 1, power up for 6, put 3 +1/+1 counters on the Doombot. Cool. Oh, look at this web up. Nice, he's got Taskmaster all webbed up. Oh, so this is our new Exile permanent enchantment. Nice, I like that. Hulk Smash. Teamwork for 4. So yeah, Teamwork is another ability. So as you can see right here, as an additional cost to cast this spell, you may tap any number of creatures you control with a total power of 4 or more. And of course that will help with the casting. Well, not really casting, but you get extra abilities. Like this. So choose one. If this spell was cast using Teamwork, do both instead. Destroy target non-creature artifact, and or target creature you control deals damage equal to it fights. It fights another creature. Bold Biochemist, White Tiger, Ava Ayala, blah, 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 blah. Iron Man, Master of Machines. So this one is a 1/4 flying vigilance. Iron Man gets +1/+0 for each other artifact you control. Whenever Iron Man attacks, an artifact enters the battlefield under your control, you draw a card. And got Hidden Lair, our first new rare land. So these are basically Verge lands. They're very similar, except for these also tap for colorless. So tap it to add for colorless, and then you can tap it to add, in this case, an island or swamp. But activate only if this land entered this turn, or you control a basic land. So pretty nice. We got Ultron, a little Ultron base there. So did you play in the pre-release? If you have, you know, let me know what you thought about it in the comments. What your favorite pulls were, how you did, things like that. Alright, we got Surveillance Room with Nick Fury. So this is a surveil land, and then tap to add one of any color. Crowd of True Believers. Gorilla. I like that. Ape Soldier Hero. 2/2 with Reach for 2. Cool. And then you can sacrifice him, destroy target non-creature artifact or non-creature enchantment. Oh, I like that. That's a nice utility card. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Arnim Zola, Biofanatic. Oh, and he gets villain tokens. Alright, so he's a 2/3 for 3, pay 3, tap. Create a tapped 2/1 black villain creature token with menace. Activate only if there are 2 or more creature cards in your graveyard. Nice. Agent 13, Sharon Carter. Whenever a creature you control attacks alone, investigate. So yeah, haven't had any investigate stuff in a minute. So with it, you create a colorless clue artifact token with pay 2, sacrifice the artifact to draw a card, and we got some kind of mythic. What we got? MODOK, yeah. Mental organism designed only for killing. He's a 2/2 flying lifelink for 5. So the mental organism part, you pay 3 life. MODOK connives, activate only during your turn, and then designed only for killing. Creatures your opponents control get -1/-1. Nice. Very nice. Definitely looking forward to getting a copy of him, too. Alright, what we got next? Take up the shields. We got Cap and Falcon. Shield deployment drone, or another robot. Alright, when this enters, you create a 1/1 soldier. Another surveillance room. Crimson operative. So that's, I guess, Crimson Dynamo henchman or something. Oh, look at that. We got Avengers Tower. So that's uncommon land. So tap to add a colorless. Tap to add 1 mana of any color. Spend this mana only to cast a hero spell or activate a hero ability. Then pay 4, tap. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. You may reveal a hero card from among them and put it into your hand. The rest go on the bottom. Cool. Oh, we got Herbie. Herbie Scout Unit. A robot scout, 2/1 flying. When he enters, draw a card. Then you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield tap. So you do all that for 4. Hercules, Prince of Power. So his power-up ability, and power-up abilities you can only do it 1 time. And then you get to reduce the cost by its mana cost if it entered this turn. So yeah, that's how you can do some broken shit with, or some somewhat broken shit with that Quicksilver. But his power-up is put a +1/+1 counter on Hercules, and then he gains Vigilance, Indestructible, and Haste until end of turn. Okay. And we got Ironheart, Clever Champion. Improvise. We forgot what Improvise does. Oh, your artifacts can help you cast a spell. Each artifact you tap pays for 1 colorless. So she's a 3/4 flyer, and then non-creature spells you cast have Improvise also. Ooh. Some artifact shenanigans with that. Especially in Brawl. Woo! Frozen in Ice. Nice. Cruel Alliance. We got Madam Hydra right there, and Taskmaster. Lance Attack. AIM Synthoids. So that's Advanced Idea Mechanics, for those that you don't know. Another Robot Villain. When it enters, you surveil 2. Hydra Troopers. Another Arnim Zola. Alright, Masters of Evil. 5/6 for 6, which hopefully we can get the cost of that down, which we can actually with Spider-Man card. Tombstone. I think discount your art or your villains, or he gives a +1/+1 also. There's two villain pump-up cards of Spider-Man. Tombstone is one of them. So yeah, other villains you control get +2/+1. Nice. Pay 2, discard this card. Search your library for a plan card. Reveal it, put it into your hand, and then shuffle. So I don't remember seeing any plans yet, or maybe that deploy ploy was one. I'm not sure. But that's kind of like the saga cards, so to speak, for this one, for lack of a better term, or for what I can't think of right now. Alright, got Kang the Conqueror, another mythic. 4/5 flyer with a power-up ability. Put a +1/+1 counter, of course. take an extra turn after this one. During that turn, power-up abilities can't be activated. So, got your time magic shit for that. Alright, we got a Quinjet. Alright, so there's our one of our mana rocks for the set. Hydra Infiltration. When this enters, target opponent discards 2 cards. Whenever a creature you control attacks alone, your opponent loses a life and you gain life. Okay. Surveillance Room, Rapid Rescue. So we got Iron Man, Spider-Man on that art. Truck Toss, there's Abomination. This costs 2 less to cast if you control a vehicle. Truck Toss deals 4 damage to any target. And we got Captain America's Shield, a legendary artifact. So of course it's indestructible. Equipped creature gets +0/+8 and has vigilance. Whenever equipped creature attacks, tap target creature defending player controls. I like that. So that's very on board with, you know, character build or traits and stuff. Hour of Defeat. So there's Killmonger and Black Panther from the movie. Destroy target creature, surveil 1. Hydraulic Helper. So that's what, Stark Industries and Pepper and stuff. Masters of Evil. Atuma, Atlantean Warlord. Oh yeah, we get some merfolk support in this also with, you know, Atuma and Namor and stuff. And I'm not sure if Namorita is in here also. But yeah, we haven't really had any good merfolk support in a while. I mean, yeah, there were some in Lorwyn, but so yeah, this one's pricier though. So a 3/4/4. Other merfolk you control get +1/+1, and then whenever one or more merfolk you control attack a player, you draw a card. So that's nice. Origin of the Avengers. Here's our first saga, I think, that we pulled. So 2-cost enchantment. First part, you scry 2. Part 2. Or Chapter 2, I guess you should say. You may put a hero creature card with mana value 3 or less from your hand onto the battlefield. If you don't, you draw. And then put +1/+1 counter on each creature control. So not bad for 3 mana. Super Sue. See. Okay, yeah, we got the Wasp, Janet Van Dyne, who she was, in addition to being an Avenger, she's a fashion designer. So, you know, we got her sketches and stuff. We got her OG costume right there on the mannequins. That's cool. So it's a flash artifact. When it enters, attach it to target creature control. Untap that creature. And the equipped creature gets +1/+2. I would like that to get flying also, but again, that's pretty nice for 2 mana, you know. Brave Brawler. We got Daredevil. I can't remember who that villain is. I can't remember who some of these villains are. Is that the Serpent Society? Another Hawkeye Bow. Burrow Backup. Savage Land Dinosaur. 7/6 Trampler and basic land cycling. So again, good for limited. Another Agent 13. White Widow. Free Agent. So she's a human hero villain. I like how she's, you know, both sides right there. 2/3. When White Widow enters, choose 1, put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 2 target creatures, or return target artifact or enchantment from your graveyard to your hand. Nice. Nice utility. The unbeatable Squirrel Girl! Hell yeah! I'm gonna have to make a squirrel deck. Maybe. So Doreen. Doreen is 4/4. And whenever she enters or attacks, you create a 1/1 squirrel token. And then for 4 mana, create X 1/1 green squirrel tokens, where X is the number of squirrels you control. So yeah, we've got Tippy Toe. She has Tippy Toe right there. I can't remember. I think Tippy Toe has a card in here also. Or maybe they're counting it as an artifact or whatever. But yeah, Squirrel Girl. Do some potentially dumb shit in Brawl, maybe. Kunlun, yeah, that's what I thought it was. Kunlun Warrior. Murdoch's Crusade. I love how we got him in the courtroom and then him with fighting Kingpin right there. That's cool. So he also has teamwork 4. So one of them is exile target creature with toughness 4 or greater, and or exile target enchantment with mana value 4 or greater. Powerful broker, human villain, aim scientist. Then I had a different aim. Another Arnim Zola. U.S. agent John Walker. So he's a human soldier hero. Kind of surprised they didn't make him a villain, a hero villain too. With the way they have him in the MCU, I'm not very familiar with John Walker in the comics, so I don't know if he was kind of that borderline Thunderbolt thing that they have going on now. But when he enters, create a colorless equipment artifact token named Sturdy Shield with equipped creature gets +1/+2, and equip 2, and then you attach it to U.S. agent. So yeah, that's his shield isn't vibranium, but it's like a mixture of stuff. And we got Dark Fortress. So is that supposed to be Latveria? No, I'm sure Latveria would probably be green-black. This might be Baron Zemo's place. But yeah, red-black. So hopefully we actually get all those lands and I don't have to craft any. Alright, Hydra Infiltration, Frozen Eyes, Deployment Drone, Assault Robot, Night Nurse, Healer of Heroes. 2/1 Flash Lifelink. When Night Nurse enters, choose target permanent in your graveyard that was put there from anywhere this turn and return it to your hand. Nice, I like that. Swordsman, Sharp Scoundrel, 2/2 villain. Oh, he's a hero villain. Okay. Whenever another villain you control enters, attach up to 1 target equipment you control to target creature you control. Whenever an equipped creature you control attacks, it connives. Okay, so you can use him and then basically have him be like Cloud from Final Fantasy. Just have a bunch of artifacts shit. And we got our second Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. Alright, got a mythic something other. No bonus sheet. Well, I guess the Monstrous Rage counts as bonus sheet. Panther Pounce, another Knight of Bundagar. Shield Spy Kit. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 whenever equipped creature attacks alone. So Exalted, untap it and scry. Okay. Serpent Specialist, 1/1 Death Touch for 1. I do like those kind of cards. Red Room Recruit, Black Panther Vanguard, and the Cosmic Cube. So a 5-cost artifact with Ward 2. Whenever you attack, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may cast a spell from among them with mana value less than or equal to the greatest power among attacking creatures you control without paying its mana cost for the rest of the amount. That's nice. Kind of expensive for 5. So probably a 1 or 2 of in a standard deck. But nice ability. Oh, we got Repulsor Blast. That looks like some old, some comic art. Depowered. I like that. That's pretty cool. Hulk going back to Banner. Spell costs 2 less to cast if it targets an attacking creature. Target creature gets -4, -0 until end of turn, and you draw a card. So all that for 1, pretty much. Awesome. Project Deathlock Soldier. So he's a zombie soldier. That's awesome. Put that in some zombie decks. Hell yeah. So 1/2 for 1, pay 3, and return it from your graveyard to your hand. Nice. I like that. Political Triumph. Okay, so here's a plan. Enchantment plan. So I know Doom has some plan interaction. I'm sure Kingpin does also with his card. So yeah, whenever a creature you control enters, scry 1 and put a plan counter on this enchantment. When the 4th plan counter is put on this enchantment, sacrifice it, draw a card, and you put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. That is nice. Especially for 1 mana. We got Taskmaster, Mercenary Mimic. 3/5. So yeah, he's similar to Superior Spider-Man. So 3-5, photographic reflexes. At the beginning of your first main phase, until your next turn, Taskmaster becomes a copy of up to one target creature on the battlefield or creature card in a graveyard, except his name is Taskmaster, Mercenary Mimic, and he's a legendary human mercenary villain. So yeah, shenanigans with him. Alright, what we got? Helicarrier Strike. So that's a teamwork card. Smash, so it's all... Alright, another Origin of the Vendor. So only one new card from that pack. But plenty more to go. Okay, so that's not a plan. Alright, we got Giant Size Flying Ant. 3/2 Insect. So blue insect. Interesting. Flash Flying. When it enters, choose one. Tap target non-land permanent or untap target non-land permanent. Okay. Depower Agent 13. Ah, here we go. Mariah Hill. Or Maria Hill. 2/1. Whenever Maria Hill becomes tapped to pay a teamwork cost, put a +1/+1 counter on her and draw a card. Okay. That's cool. And we got Cloak and Dagger Entwined. 2/2. Death Touch Lifelinker. When Cloak and Dagger enter, choose a target opponent and up to one target creature to control. They reveal their hand. You may exile a non-land card from their hand or the chosen creature until Cloak and Dagger leave the battlefield. Nice. I like that. Futurist Forge. So there's Iron Man's basement, basically. Hydra Infiltration. Vision of Love. I like that. That's some pretty art. Lixin Yin. Pretty art. You may sacrifice an artifact or discard a card. If you do, draw 2 cards. Okay, so that'd be good for treasures and mutagen tokens and stuff. Doc Sampin, Super Psychiatrist. 3/6. Gamma Dr. Hero. If you would put one or more counters on a permanent you control, put that many plus one of each of those kinds of counters on that permanent instead. Oh yeah, he's a mana dork. Add X mana of any color where X is Doc Samson's power. I guess it Reptile, Dinomorpher, Human Hero, 1/2, Brontosaurus for 3 mana. Until end of turn, Reptile becomes a dinosaur hero with base power and toughness 3/5 and gains vigilance and reach. For 6 mana, until end of turn, Reptile becomes a dinosaur hero with base power and toughness 6/6 and gains trample. Okay, so that needs to go in my Pantlaza deck. Super Adaptoid, Robot Villain. Legendary Artifact Creature. So his power is equal to the number of legendary creatures control. But that's on point for him though. I thought it would be for artifacts, so you know it can be broken. Whenever Super Adaptoid enters or attacks, choose another target creature. If that creature has haste, Super Adaptoid doesn't. Put a haste counter on Super Adaptoid. Do the same for flying, first strike, double touch, double strike, death touch, indestructible, any other kind of counter. You put that on him too. That is pretty cool. That's nice. I need Super Scroll. I'm looking for Super Scroll. Kree Sentinel, Kree Robot Villain, 5/5 reach, basic land cycling. We got Ghost Spectral Saboteur, 2/2 for 3, has flash and intangibility. Ghost can't be blocked, so nice. That can go with you know, your sneak and ninjutsu stuff. Construct a Cosmic Cube. Alright, so this is our second plan total, I believe. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, create a 2/1 black villain token with menace and put a counter on plan counter on the enchantment. When the 7th plan counter is put on it, sacrifice it. When you do, you control a target opponent during their next turn. Okay. Lightning Strike! Alright, nice Thor action right there. It'd been cool if it was the art from what was it, Thor number 3, when he comes back and he like beats the piss out of Iron Man. This is after Civil War. So I think he does, yeah, like some super lightning strike that hits him and just totally fries his armor. Shuts it down completely. It was fucking great. That whole that whole issue was awesome. All right, Loki Lafayson. 2/1 God Sorcerer Villain. Pay 1, tap him when you next cast an instant or sorcery spell with mana value less than or equal to Loki's power this turn. Copy that spell. You can choose new targets, and he has a power up to put 2+1/+1 counters on himself. Nice. Shuri, Wakandan Inventor. Artifact spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. And we got World War Hulk, our second official, our second non-duplicate saga. So page 1. The next red or green spell you cast this turn can be cast without paying its mana cost. Shit. Wow, for 5 mana? Need to try and work that into my Ninja Turtle deck. Well, shit, even my Pantlaza. Page 2, put 3+1/+1 counters on target creature control, and page 3, choose target creature you control until end of turn, double its power and toughness, and give it trample. Woo! Pretty juicy for 5 mana. Alright, what am I up to? 2 mythic wild cards still, 9 rare. We got an Ultron drone, nice. 2/3. Power up for 6. Put 2+1/+1 counters on this creature and create a 2/2 colors Rubit Villain artifact creature token. So yeah, he's making his army. Justice Vance Astrovic. I don't know, is this the superhero initiative guy? I'm not sure. Well, he's a mutant hero, so guess not. I don't know. 2/2 flyer. When he enters, return up to 1 target non-land, non-token permanent to its owner's hand. Whenever another non-land permanent you control is returned to its owner's hand, put a +1/+1 counter on him. And we got Loki, God of Mischief. 2/1. Whenever a player or permanent becomes a target of an ability you control, draw a card and can only trigger once per turn. Alright. What's we got? Widow's Bite. So we got both Black Widows right there. Black Widow, White Widow. Teamwork 3. So target creature gains Stead Touch until end of turn, and target creature gets -2/-2 into end of turn. So that's for 2 mana and then a 3 power creature. Another Invisible Woman, another Avenger Tower, and Shield Flying Car. So that's Nick Fury's car. And actually Agent Coulson gets one too, and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. 3/3 Flying Flash. When it enters, exile up to 1 target creature you control. Return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step, and has a crew of 1. Crew cost of 1. So yeah, definitely some cool stuff in here. Wakandan Drone Flock, another Rubit. 3/3 Flying Scry 2 for 4. Stark Industries Executive, so I guess that's supposed to be Pepper. 2, so 1/2, pay 2, create a treasure token. Huh. That might be worthy of... Might try to work that into my J. Jonah Jameson deck, which is a Menace treasure token deck. Alright, so we got a set of Arnim Zola now. Human Torch, Johnny Storm, 2/2 Flying. Whenever you draw a card, if you control another hero, Torch deals 1 damage to target opponent. Power up for 7. So in this case, it would be power up for 3 if it's the same turn. Put 3+1/+1 counters on Torch. And there we go. There's Namor the Submariner. Mutant Merfolk villain. So they did keep him as a villain because he was a villain to begin with. So flying. Namor's power is equal to the number of merfolk you control. And he has a toughness of 4, as you can see. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell with one or more blue mana symbols in it, create that many 1/1 Merfolk tokens. So some more tribal shit, man. Hell yeah. Alright, we got Colleen Wing, Street Samurai, so she's part of the Heroes for Hire. You know, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Daredevil, Misty Knight, all of them. Whenever you cast a spell that targets a creature you control, put a +1/+1 counter on Colleen, and then you scry. Okay. Evil's Thrall. So that's Black Panther and Iron Fist, or is that supposed to be Killmonger? Gain control of target creature until end of turn. If you control a villain with greater mana value than that creature, gain control of that creature until the end of your next turn instead, and tap that creature, gains haste until end of turn. Well then. So you do get to keep them for an additional turn, so that's pretty cool. As long as you have the villain. So yeah, there we go. There's Dr. Doom's plan. Doom reigns supreme. Whenever the villain you control enters, each opponent loses life, and you gain life, and you put a plan counter on this. When the 5th one is put on the enchantment, sacrifice it. When you do, target opponent exiles the top 5 cards of the library. You may cast up to 2 spells from among the exiled cards without paying the mana cost. Fuck yeah. Alright, some more mythic shit. Let's go. Alright, there's Abomination, Terrifying Titan. Looks like he's about to smash Hawkeye there. 4/4 trample, power up, put a +1/+1 counter on Abomination. He fights up to 1 target creature an opponent controls. Nice. And there we go, Earth's Mightiest Heroes. 6 cost, sorcery, teamwork 5. Reveal the top 8 cards of your library. You may put that card from among them onto the battlefield. If this was paid with teamwork, put any number of creature cards from among them on the battlefield instead, and then the rest go in the graveyard. Okay. So that's a nice kind of closer, potential closer card to go wide. Alright, Vibranium Energy Daggers, another indestructible equipment. Equipped creature gets +2/+2, so it's a 1 cost, but then a 3 equip cost. Photon Blast Barrage, this is another X spell, damage spell. So 2 mountains and X. When you cast a spell, copy it X times. You may choose new targets for the copies. Photon Blast Barrage deals 1 damage to target creature. Okay. The Leader! Alright, Super Genius. 1/3 Gamma Scientist villain for 4 cost. Creature control would connive. Instead, you draw a card, then that creature connives. At the beginning of combat, on your turn, target creature you control connives. So, I love how it got Wilson Fisk right there on the connive marker. Alright, so yeah, to have a creature connive, you draw a card, then discard a card. If you discarded a non-land card, you put a +1/+1 counter on whatever the conniving creature is. Alright, okay, there we go. Got Red Hulk. So he, for 6 mana, he's a 6/7 reach trample Gamma Berserker villain, so they are going to have him as a villain. Because he started off as a villain and then became a hero, or maybe even anti-hero, and now he's a villain again. So we have Enrage, and Enrage, of course, triggers whenever this creature takes damage. So whenever Red Hulk is dealt damage, put a +1/+1 counter on him. When you do, he deals damage equal to the number of +1/+1 counters on him to any other target. So you can use that Photon Blast Barrage on that, ping him all that many times, and then it gets a counter, deals the incremental damage. So that's a nice little combo right there. All right, Avengers Under Siege. So we got Baron Zemo and the Wrecking Crew, it looks like. All right, so page 1, or chapter 1, you create 2/1 villains with menace. Chapter 2, the saga deals 2 damage to each non-villain creature and each opponent. And then chapter 3, create a treasure token for each villain you control. I like that. Because again, that's what I'm trying. That's what I'm going to build first. I'm going to build some form of villain Brawl deck. I'm going to start with Brawl, and then I'll probably try to do a standard deck. All right, so we got Raft Security Officer. We got Hire a Crew. So yeah, there's the Wrecking Crew right there. So for 3 mana, you create a 2/1 villain with menace. Then creatures you control get +1/+0 until end of turn. That's nice. Mjolnir, Hammer of Thor. So that's not indestructible. Well, I guess because technically it did get destroyed a couple times. But anywho, potato. Semantics. All right, when Mjolnir enters, it deals 4 damage to up to 1 target creature. Double all damage equipped creature would deal. Equip worthy 1. So worthy, a creature is worthy if it's a legendary non-villain that's red and or white. Ooh, so throw that on Lightning from Final Fantasy. Or Cloud too, shit. So shit, if you put it on the one Cloud, will that quadruple that? Because you do it twice? I don't know. Rain. Anyway, equip worthy 1. And then for 3 mana, you discard this card. It deals 2 damage to each creature. So, if nothing else, it's a burn spell. That can potentially, it's a pyroclasm. So, pretty nice utility overall for that. Alright. Go nuts! We got... Where's Tippy Toe? I don't see Tippy Toe specifically, but... Squirrel Girl, so 1 cost and teamwork 3. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature, and or target creature control fights another creature and your opponent controls. Blazing Crescendo with Captain Marvel there. An instant for 2. Target creature gets +3/+1 until end of turn. Exile the top card of your library until the end of your next turn. You may play that. Okay. Pretty nice stuff there. Red Guardian, Super Soldier. So yeah, they are keeping him a villain, soldier villain. 2/2 with Flash. When he enters, destroy target creature and opponent controls that dealt damage this turn. Nice. I like that. And we got another Dark Fortress, so that's 2 of that one. Team Tactics. Oh, so there's the combo, the old school combo. Hawkeye shooting the arrow with Ant-Man on there so he can, go Giant Man and just smash. Awesome. Now, if that had the OG art on it, that'd be even more fucking cool. Oh, so yeah, what does he do? So 2 cost instant with teamwork of 1. Target creature gains double strike until end of turn. And then if you do the teamwork, it also gains trample. Nice. Whiplash, Vengeful Engineer. 2/2. He enters tapped. Whenever Whiplash attacks, if he's equipped, each opponent loses X life and you gain X life, where X is the number of equipment attached to him. Okay, so put him in your swordsman deck. So yeah, you can do some shenanigans with that. And we got a mythic wildcard. So 4 mythics and 9 rares right now. Alright, 18 regular packs left to go. That's my second one. Why is it saying it's my first? Yeah, there we go. Speaking of the devil, Swordsman. Worlds within worlds. Exile all creatures. Each player may put any number of creature cards from their hand onto the battlefield. Then put all creatures exiled this way into their owner's hand. Exile worlds within worlds. So that's a 7 cost for that. Okay. Interesting stuff that you could do with that. I would have rather had a different mythic, but that's okay. She-Hulk, Jade Defender, 4/4 Reach Trample. Power up, destroy up to one target artifact or enchantment, and she gets a counter. Got Hero in Training. 2/2, when it enters, draw a card. If you control another hero, you also gain 2 life for 3. Eh. Alright, we got another Squirrel Girl. Cool. Ages of Hydra. Hail Hydra! So 1/1 for 2. When this creature dies, you create a 2/1 black villain with Menace. Of course. Unliving Legionnaire. Vampire Villain. That's an interesting looking card. So 4 mana, 3/2 flyer, power up for 7. Return up to one target creature card from your graveyard to your hand, and you put 2 +1/+1 counters on him. Okay. And we got another Kang the Conqueror. Why couldn't that be Doctor Doom? Okay. Okay. Oh, another Mythic pack. Kree Commandos. 2/1 for 3. Flying Vigilance. Prowess. Okay. But see, in my villain deck, I'm mostly want to have creature spells. I don't know. That probably won't make the cut for it. And another MODOK. Cool. Roxanne Brutes, Human Berserker Villain, 4/4 Menace. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, you put a +1/+1 counter on target creature and basic land cycling. So 5 for that. I need Super Scroll. I keep saying that. Khazar of the Savage Land. I mean, look at the top card of your library anytime. You may play lands from top of your library. When Khazar enters, you create Zabu. Legendary 2/2 green creature, cat creature with landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, you put a +1/+1 counter on Zabu. I despise landfall, but that's cool. Alright, there we go. There's Killmonger. So that's the MCU Killmonger. Scourge of Wakanda, 3/3. When Killmonger enters, you may sacrifice another creature. When you do, destroy target non-land permanent an opponent controls. As long as there are 2 or more creature cards in your graveyard, he gets +2/+1, so a 5/4. Nice, I like that. And another wild card. What's we got? There's Iron Fist, Living Weapon. Whenever you cast a spell that targets a creature control, Iron Fist gains tap Iron Fist, deals damage equal to this power to any other target until end of turn. Okay. Ooh, Baxter Building. Another uncommon land. So tap to add a colorless, pay 4, tap, add 4 mana in any combination of colors, or pay 4, draw a card, activate only if you control a creature with toughness 4 or greater. Okay. That might be worth putting in my Spider-Man and Ninja Turtle deck. I don't know, we'll see. And another Scarlet Witch. Alright, what we got? Alright, so that's all. Oh, I didn't look at that. Scientist Supreme of AIM. 2/2 for 2. Pay 2 life. Copy target activated or triggered ability you control from an artifact source. You may choose new targets for the copy. Activate only during your turn and only once per turn. Mana abilities can be targeted. So you can use that with like Ghost Vacuum, Peter Parker's camera, shit like that. Oh, actually, even like swords, all your equipment, that could copy that too. Cool. Potential for shenanigans. Alright, all same stuff, some more wild cards, and another Construct a Cosmic Cube. I need some bonus sheet. Why am I not getting any bonus sheet stuff? That has, like, aggravated the crap out of me on these last few sets. Like, they've been stingy as fuck with the bonus sheet stuff. But anyway. Stolen Start Tech. Flash equipment for 2. When it enters, attach it to target creature control. That creature gains indestructible until end of turn, and it has +1/+0. So, that's just filling out a spot, basically. Or an equipment deck. Really, you only want that in limited. Volcanic Villain. Elemental Villain. 3/2. Haster for 3. And then a power-up, you put 2 +1/+1 counters on her. Alright, Superhero Civil War. Chapter 1, gain control of up to 2 target creatures with total mana value 6 or less for as long as this saga remains on the battlefield. So, 2 turns, basically. Chapter 2, creatures you control gain +1/+1 and gain vigilance until end of turn. And Chapter 3, target creature you control fights another target creature. Definitely could have been better art on that. Alright, Wakandan Royal Guard, 4/4 Vigilance. When it enters, you put a +1/+1 counter on a target creature. That creature's another hero. You get 2 counters instead. Death to our enemies. Another plan. And that's Hydra. That's Baron Zemo, Madam Hydra. Or not Baron Zemo. That's Strucker. I can't think of what his name is. The other dude. But anywho, whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a tap treasure token and put a plan counter. You get the 4th plan counter, sacrifice it. When you do, it deals 7 damage divided as you choose among 1 or 2 targets. Okay. The Thing Ben Grimm. It's clobbering time. 7/7 Trampler for 6. Whenever 1 or more heroes you control deal damage to a player, put 2 +1/+1 counters on things. Shit. I'll have to look at my Ninja Turtle stuff. I don't think they have heroes on them. That would be cool. Get that ninjutsu sneak shit in there. The Vision. Okay, 2/5. Robot Hero. He has Flying and Vigilance. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, choose one that hasn't been chosen this turn. So Solar Beam. Vision gains double strike until end of turn. Density Control. He gains Indestructible until end of turn. And Technopathy. Draw a card. Okay. Excuse me. Wiccan. So it's funny. So we just got Vision, and then we got Wiccan. You know, Wanda and Vision, one of Wanda and Vision's kids. So Rising Magician, 4/4 Flyer. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, exile another non-land, target non-land, non-token permanent. Return it to it blinks it. Another Khazar, and another Superhero Civil War. Ant-Man's Army. When this creature enters, create a food token or a treasure token. Daredevil, Man Without Fear. And I'm kind of surprised that he's white, red. I could kind of see him being red-black. But maybe if there's a villain version, he'd be red-black then. Anywho, Daredevil is a 3/4 Vigilance Haster. He has Radar Sense. So you may look at the top card of your library at any time. Whenever you attack, you may exile the top card of your library. If it's a hero card, Daredevil gets +2/+1 until end of turn, and you may play that card this turn. Okay. What's going on with his Radar Sense and shit? Okay, Grim Reaper. So this is Wonder Man's brother. Lethal Legionnaire. 3/4. Human villain for 4. When Grim Reaper attacks, you may pay 4. When you do, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped and attacking with a finality counter on it. Okay, I like that. This bonus sheet? No, but it's another Quicksilver. bonus sheet. So this is T'Challa's protection or Teferi's protection. So, and 3 cost instant until your next turn. Your life total can't change, and you gain protection from everything. All permanents you control phase out, and then you exile Teferi's protection. I don't know. I would have had a different name or something for that, but that's cool. Shit, yeah, that's only my second freaking bonus sheet. Oh yeah, we got Falcon's Wing Harness. When it enters, attach a target creature you control, gets +1/+1, has flying and ward. Okay. Ward 1. So a 2 cost, and it has an equip cost for 3 after that. Alright, 5 regular packs left. Come on, I need Doctor Doom. I need Super Scroll. Claw, Sonic Subjugator. 2/2. Human Rogue Villain. Sonic Attack. When Claw enters, target creature reveals a number of cards from their hand equal to 1 plus number of creature cards in your graveyard. Choose one of them, that player discards that card. Okay. We got Hawkeye Master Marksman. 2/2, First Strike Reach for 2. Trick Arrows. Whenever Hawkeye becomes tapped, you may pay 1 up to 3 times. So yeah, this is some shit right here. When you do, choose up to that many. First one, Net. Target creature can't block this turn. Second one, Explosive. Hawkeye deals 2 damage to target player. 3, Boomerang. Discard a card, then draw a card. So okay. So not necessarily when he initially comes out, but you know, later on. So yeah, whenever he becomes tapped, so you can do that. So yeah, you're dealing potentially you're dealing 6 damage to your fucking opponent. That is brutal, man. I can see this getting an errata or something, because yeah, that's going to get broken real quick, especially with goddamn is it shit that is it shenanigans. Alright, we got Hulkling. So that's Wiccan's husband. Hulkling Burgeoning Bruiser. So he's half Skrull, half Kree. Kree Skrull Hero. 2/3 with Vigilance. Whenever another creature you control enters, if it has greater power or toughness than Hulkling, you put a +1/+1 counter on him. And we got the Astonishing Ant-Man. 1/1. Whenever you draw a card, you put a counter on Ant-Man. Pay 3, tap, remove any number of counters from Ant-Man, and then you create that many insect creatures. Okay. 1/1 insect creature tokens. Why you wouldn't just say ants? It has to be insect, but that gets with the tribal stuff, so I get it. That's not my first giant growth. Anywho. We say thee nay. Oh, Jesus. It's a teamwork fucking counterspell. Counter target spell unless it's control pays 2. Counter that spell unless control pays 4 instead if you do teamwork. Okay. And we got Armor Wars. Okay. So chapter 1 in this saga, you may draw a card for each artifact you control. We do each opponent draws a card also. Chapter 2, artifact spells you cast this turn cost 1 less to cast. And then Chapter 3, this saga deals X damage to target opponent, where X is the greatest mana value among artifacts you control. Okay. Alright, 2 regular packs left. Dark Deed. Oh, that's Bullseye killing Elektra. Now, why that doesn't have the actual art on there? I mean, there's the Psy going that way, but we need to see Daredevil actually. But target creature gets -4/-4 until end of turn, like that. The Sentry, Golden Guardian. So here's an interesting card too. So Sentry is a 5/5 flying vigilance, indestructible for 4. So when he enters, target opponent creates the Void, so his alternate ego. A legendary 5/5 black horror villain creature token with flying, indestructible, and the void attacks each combat if able. So I like that. That's, you know, it hits the duality of him perfectly. Nice, flavorful card. Alright, last regular pack. I need Super Scroll, I need Duke. Alright, we got Pim Particles, which... I don't know why you have the Wasp on there instead of Hank Pym. But okay. Target creature gains Vigilance until end of turn and can't be blocked this turn and draw a card. That's nice, especially for 1 fucking mana. Ooh, we got Kingpin's Enforcers. 2/3 life linkers for 3, and then pay 3, sacrifice an artifact or a creature to draw a card. Here's a uncommon Hulk Gamma Goliath. 6/5 reach trample. So I like how all the Gamma guys have reach and trample. Power abilities of other creatures you control cost 3 less to activate. That's fucking... Excuse me. Power up for 8. Put 5 +1/+1 counters on Hulk. Jesus. And our last one there, the Astonishing Ant-Man. So kind of on that. Alright, let's see our mythic packs. Oh, here we go. Pet Avengers. So we got, there's Lockheed. There's Captain Marvel's cat. What's his name? Is it Cheeseburger? Is that the name of the cat? There's Throg when Loki turns Thor into a frog. Lockjaw, of course, Lockheed. Kitty Pryde's dragon companion. And Falcon. God dang it, I can't think of its name right now. Anywho, they're 4/4 with reach, power up for 7, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature, and create a 3/2 hero token with vigilance. Alright, Mythic. Jennifer Walters. And the Sensational She-Hulk. So 2/3, your opponents can't cast spells during your turn. For 6 mana, transform Jennifer into She-Hulk. And she gets 6/6 reach trample. Still, your opponents can't cast spells during your turn. And then whenever a creature you control is dealt damage, you may have Sensational She-Hulk deal that much damage to any target. You can only do that once per turn. That's nice. There's Wonder Man. Hollywood Hero. 4/4 flyer. Each power-up ability of permanents you control can be activated an additional time. Woo! So then, with him, so you get the reduced power-up cost, and then you get the regular cost. So that can definitely be nice. And then for his power-up, you put 2 +1/+1 counters on him. Thor, God of Thunder. 5/5 flyer. When he enters, exile target equipment, instant, or sorcery card from your graveyard. Until the end of your next turn, you may play that card. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, Thor deals damage equal to that spell's mana value to any target. Interesting. My God. Damn, I got 14 rare. Make that, yeah, 14 rare wild cards, 4 mythic. Undercover Scroll. 1/1 shapeshifter villain. As long as there are 2 more creature cards in your graveyard, this gets +2/+2 and is all creature types. Nice. And it's a mana dork. Hell yeah. Alright. 3 steps ahead. We got the Avengers versus Kang here. Some nice Jack Kirby art. The OG man. Hell yeah, I definitely got to put that card style in my my other decks that actually had this. So yeah, it's a 1+, so instant spree. So for spree, you choose 1 or more additional costs. So for 2 additional mana, you counter target spell. For 3 additional mana, you create a token that's copy of target artifact creature control. And then for 2 additional mana, create or draw 2 cards and then discard a card. So I believe that's in my oh, what's it? My sliver sliver investigation deck that I haven't played in forever. But our next mythic is another Mjolnir. Alright, 2 more mythic packs. Come on, I need Super Scroll, I need Doctor Doom. I am Iron Man. 3 costs instant until end of turn. Target artifact or creature becomes an artifact creature with base power and toughness 4/4 and gains flying, and then you draw a card. And we get the Coming of Galactus. Oh, I need Galactus and Silver Surfer also. Alright, Coming of Galactus. So a 5 cost saga. Chapter 1, destroy up to 1 target non-land permanent. Chapters 2 and 3, each opponent loses 2 life. And Chapter 4, create Galactus, a legendary 16/16 black elder alien creature token. A flying trample, and whenever Galactus attacks, destroy target land. I mean, that's worth putting a 1-up in just because, you know, if you actually pull that shit off. Fuck yeah, why not? Alright, last mythic pack. Yes, another first giant growth. Oh, there we go, Madam Hydra. 2/3 for 4. Then whenever you cast a villain spell, create a token generation. Hell yeah. Create a 2/1 black villain with this super villain lockup. So there we got the Crossbones. 2 cost flash enchantment. When it enters, exile target tap creature an opponent controls until this enchantment leaves. Nice, I like that. The 10 rings. So we got the Mandarin right there. Your maximum hand size is 10, and this is an 8 mana mythic artifact, legendary artifact. At the beginning of your end step, if you have fewer than 10 cards in hand, you draw the difference. Okay. Alright, so now we got our golden packs, 5 of them. Reveal log. So where's any Marvel stuff? Okay, there we go. We got Alien Invasion. So, ooh, I like the... So that's some Chitauri. Kind of looks like Doom bots also. So this is the, you know, MCU Avengers Invasion stuff. 4 cost enchantment. At the beginning of combat and return, create a 1/1 red alien creature token with haste, and this token attacks these combat if able. Put a +1/+1 counter on it for each invasion counter on this enchantment, then put an invasion counter on it. Okay. So it just kind of keeps pumping up. Yeah, I kind of dig that. Alright, we got another hidden layer. See, I'm kind of ticked that I didn't get more of these other lands. I got 2 of that one, and then I got 2 of the red-black one. Radiant Lotus, another Valgavost Lair. I do like this card. Hakoda, Selfless Commander. I didn't have that before. From Avatar, and then another Avatar. Wartime Protesters. Okay. Alright. Multiversal Incursion. A 7-cost sorcery. For each non-token creature you control, create a token that's a copy of that, except it isn't legendary. Woo, shit. Oh, we got Storm. See, I didn't pull a single Wolverine yet. So I get, is Wolverine and Storm the only X-Men in this set? I think so. I don't remember like Cyclops, Jean Grey, or anything being in. But, you know, Wolverine has ties to the X-Men. Storm has ties to Black Panther. Actually, Black Panther and Fantastic Four. Alright, so for... what's that? 4 mana. She's a 4/4 flyer. Creatures with flying can't attack you or block creatures you control. Oh, wow. Whenever you cast a spell that targets 1 or more creatures, those creatures gain flying until end of turn. Okay. Got Earthbender Ascension. How have I not had that already? Archmage of Runes. Diligent Zookeeper. And I got Shang-Chi, Master of Kung Fu. 2/2. You may activate abilities of creatures you control as though those creatures had haste. Tap, add 2 mana of any one color. Spend this only to activate abilities of creature sources. Okay. Doubtful I'll play him, but, you know, cool nonetheless. Helga, Skid is Sheer, so yeah, I've come across her several times in Brawl. Serpent Society, yeah! So yeah, you can get some broken shit with this, too. 3 mana. They're 3/4, Death Touch, Ward, get 5 poison counters. Whenever another creature you control with Death Touch dies, each opponent sacrifices a non-token creature of their choice. That is fucking awesome. There we go. Avengers Mansion. Gathering Place. Add a white or green mana. So, like that. Got another Symbiote Spider-Man. 2 golden packs left. Reveal all what we got. Oil Deep Gear Hulk. That's really my first. Well, yeah, I guess I'm meant to craft one of these, but then never did. All right, got another Gwen Stacy. There's another Doom Reign Supreme. I need Dr. fucking Doom in Mythic, okay? But we got King T'Challa. So T'Challa, and then on his backside, Black Panther Hope Enduring. So front side, a 3/2 flash for 3. Whenever a player draws their second card each turn, you draw a card. And then for 6 mana, you transform him into Black Panther. Or, you know, you can cast him on his other side for flash also. 3/3 Double Strike. Prevent all damage that we dealt to Black Panther. Whenever Black Panther deals combat damage, you draw a card. Shit, throw Trample on him too. You're getting some card draw no matter what. Last pack. I got a Strixhaven thing, another World War Hulk, and another Alien Invasion. Okay, so what do I got here? Got 5 Mythic, 14 Rare. So we're going to go ahead and go to the Marvel set. Collection. Alright, so first up, let's go ahead and go non-collected Mythic. Got the Mind Stone. See, why doesn't it have the Thanos one? Mind Stone, Captain America, Monica Rambeau, which is Photon, Avengers Assemble, Captain Marvel, Earth's Protector, Bruce Banner, Incredible Hulk, Tony Stark, Invincible Iron Man, Black Widow, Super Spy. So she should also be a hero villain because she's been on both sides also. There's one Doctor Doom. I guess the other one's going to be in the Commander, so I had to get it that way. When Doctor Doom enters, create 2 3/3 colors robot villain artifact creature. Tokens named Doombot. As long as you control an artifact creature or a plan, Doctor Doom has indestructible. At the beginning of your end step, you draw a card and lose a life. So I like that. Let's look at his alternate. Of course, that. Hell yeah. Awesome art right there. Old school art. I need that. But I don't want to pay for that whole bundle, though. That's some cool art also. I love the Doctor Doom in the background. And that's not bad also. So I'm guessing that's probably in the Mastery Pass right there. Iron Man armor. So this is nice, too. Let's see. Oh, that's it. That's kind of weak sauce that they didn't put some more shit on there. 3 cost artifact equipment. When it enters, attach it to target creature control. The creature gets +2/+1, has flying. Pay 2. If this equipment isn't a creature, it becomes a 0/0 construct hero artifact with flying, and this creature gets +1/+1 for each artifact you control until end of turn. So nice. That's what's that, Batter Skull shit, all that living equipment stuff from New Phyrexia back in the day. Then we got Ultron Artificial Malevolence. 2 for legendary Rubit Villain. Whenever another non-token artifact you control enters, you may pay 2. If you do, create a token that's a copy of it. If the token isn't a creature, it becomes a 2/2 Rubit Villain creature in addition to its other cost. So I'll probably have to create that too. We'll see. Wow. Sal Buscema, another awesome artist that has left us too soon. Did great work on Avengers, did great work on Spider-Man. And that was pretty cool too. I love the Ultron army right there. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and craft this one. So shit, I got 4 left after this. Okay. I definitely need some alts on that. Alright, let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and go land. I want to get the other... What I got 14. Ooh, Castle Doom. Let's look at that. Really, it's kind of lazy, but... Add 1. Add a colorless. Tap to add 1 mana any color. Spend this mana only to cast an artifact spell. And then 3, sacrifice an artifact. Create a Doombot. Hell yeah. Craft. There's the Avengers compound. And Shield headquarters. That's not the Triskelion. Maybe it's an alternate Triskelion, I'm not sure. Alright, so let's go, let's do commanders. There's Super Scroll. That's who I need. Really, then that's all it, too. I mean, that's freaking awesome looking, but... So yeah, I need... He will probably be my main commander for my villain deck. Because, since he has all... He has Wooburg. Granted, he only has swamps in his casting cost, but since his other abilities has the other ones, you can put all those colors in there. So he's a 4/5 flyer for 3 mana, which includes a plane. Create you have Sue Storm's ability for a forest. Super Scroll gets +4/+4 until end of turn. For 5 mana, and a mountain. Super Scroll deals 4 damage to target creature, and then for 6 mana, which includes an island, target player draws 4 cards. So some pretty cool shit, but again, the main thing is getting the extra colors in there so you can branch out for the other villains. Yes, craft. Mole Man. You can play lands from your graveyard, so that's shenanigans with your fetch lands and stuff. Landfall, when a land you control enters, you create a green minion named Moloid. Whenever this token attacks, you may mill a card. So it'd be nice if that was actually a villain. I might make that anyway. Bing Bang Foom, 3/5 flyer. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery that targets an artifact or land, copy it. You can choose new targets. Let's see. Absorbing Man. 4/4 with Vigilance. At the beginning of your first main phase until your next turn. Absorbing Man becomes a copy of up to 1 target artifact, non-aura, enchantment, or land, except that his name is Absorbing Man. He's a 4/4 human villain. In addition to blah 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 blah. So that's pretty cool. There's a Wolverine, which I probably need to do also. Ooh, Elektra, Daughter of the Hand, human ninja villain. She has sneak, hell yeah. 3/3. When she enters, destroy target creature and opponent controls with power 3 or less. So yes, I need this. Definitely for if nothing else, for my freaking Ninja Turtle deck. Mike Diodata Jr. Art. That's Lionel Francis Yu. And this is Kev Walker. Baron Helmut Zemo. 3/3. Whenever you cast a black spell from your hand, Zemo connives. And then you have Boast. So, Boast, you activate only if this creature attacked this turn and only once each turn. So, exile any number of black cards from your graveyard with 15 or more black mana symbols among their cost. Copy those exile cards. You may cast up to 3 of those copies without paying the mana costs. So, yeah, he's the cost of a, Dark Ritual. But the kicker is you have to have 15 or more pips in there. So, really cool as that is, that would only really work in my Davriel and my Sephiroth Rat deck. Still cool nonetheless, so I'll probably still craft that, but we'll see. Some weak sauce shit right there. No extra. The Ruinous Wrecking Crew. So 2 mana and an X, 2/2. When Wrecking Crew enters with X +1/+1 counters on it. When it enters, choose up to X. So that's each time for each mana that you pay X. Discard a card, then draw. Target opponent loses 2 life. Destroy target token. Each player sacrifices a creature of their choice. So basically, it's an X burn spell. Come on, get some classic art on that. Ares God of War, so they did make him a villain starting off. I love he has this fucking axe and then a rocket launcher. 4/3 for 3. Ares attacks each combat if able. Whenever an attacking creature you control dies, return that card to its owner's hand. Man, come on, get some cool art, alternate art. There we go, there's Kingpin. Alright, here we go. So that's just basic that. Kev Walker. Really? That's all you have for fucking Kingpin? Come on now. Anywho. So for 3 mana, he's a 1/5 Extort. So Extort, whenever you cast a spell, you may pay Plain or Swamp. If you do, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain that much life. So yeah, you can pay that as many times as you want, as long as you have the available mana. Whenever you attack, you may pay 2 life. If you do, until end of turn, creatures you control with toughness greater than their power assign combat damage equal to their toughness rather than their power. Interesting. The main thing is it being a burn spell, essentially. Winter Soldier, Icy Assassin. So what we got on him? Okay, they could have done some more with that, but whatever. 2/2 for 2. Vigilance Menace, human assassin villain. He gets +2/+0 for each equipment attached to him, because of his bionic arm. 5 mana, return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on him. Then you may attach an equipment you control to him. Okay. Mighty Thor Jane Foster. 3/3. Flyer. When Jane Foster attacks, exile up to 1 target non-token artifact or creature, then return that to the battlefield tapped under its opponent or its owner's control. Whenever an equipment, so that's equipment shenanigans. When equipment you control enters, you draw a card. And how is there not better? Man, come on now, you're being lazy with that shit. Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. There we go. So there's OG Nick Fury, another OG Nick Fury. And then Ultimate Universe / MCU Nick Fury. Phil Coulson. Captain America. Captain Falcon. Wasp. Ms. Marvel, Kamala Khan. So I want to make Ares. I want to do Wrecking Crew. Probably come back to some of these other ones. Do I want to go ahead and do Kingpin also? Fuck it, let's do Kingpin too. I got 7 more wild cards now. And 4 mythic. Yeah, let's just do regular rare. Alright, we got Arc Reactor. Improvise. Artifacts you control help cast this. So shit, that adds... Tap to add 3 colorless mana. Man, Thunderbolt's Conspiracy. So Flash Enchantment. Whenever a villain you control dies, return it to the battlefield under its owner control with a finality counter. That creature is a hero in addition. So yeah, it's both sides of that. I do like that. Oh, buddy, no. Oh. That hairball, buddy. That hairball. Oh. The dreaded hairball. Do like that. So that's... I'm going to put that in the back burner. Same thing with... I might end up making that one too. Avengers Disassembled. Avengers Disassembled deals 3 damage. That's some weak ass art for that comic. Alright, anywho, choose one or both for 3 mana. Disassemble deals 3 damage to each creature. Destroy target land. Its controller can search for a basic land, put it on the battlefield tap. Yeah. Oh, epic fight. That's... So Hulk and Wolverine, and then this champion shit. Mole Man. See, I might do Mole Man also. I already did that. Vision Quest. Okay, that's all that. We get uncommon. There's Luke Cage, Power Man, Kid Loki. Too evil to stay dead. Some nice Ultron art right there. Teamwork 4, target creature card in your graveyard with mana value 4 or less. Or choose that. The spell is used teamwork. Instead, just choose a card. Return it to the battlefield for 3 mana. Yeah, we'll go ahead and craft that. Moonstone, Harsh Mistress. Yeah, I need her. 2/4 flyer. Whenever you discard a card, you may exile that card from your graveyard. If you do, until the end of your next turn, you may play that card. Well, I don't know, maybe not. Crossbones, Malicious Mercenary. Death Touch. Whenever another villain you control enters, put a +1/+1 counter on Crossbones. He deals 2 damage. Okay, I like that. Oh, I should have looked at the alternate art, which is probably just that lazy ass shit. Yep. Bear Instructor. Hydra Overlord. Oh, yes, need him. He's tribal chief. 2/2 villain spells cost 1 less to cast. Whenever another villain you control enters, you may have it connive. Do it once per turn. There we go. There's OG. Or some OG art. Yeah, what was Kid Loki? Each creature you control that you put 1 more counters on it this turn has hexproof. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, you put a counter on Kid Loki. What else we got? Yellow Jacket. It's a 1/2 flyer. Whenever another villain you control enters, again, ooh, that's nice. But again, what's with this cheap ass not getting some cool card styles? But granted, that's just extra stuff that you gotta potentially pay for or whatever. What was that plan? Oh, there we go. Robot Domination. Whenever one or more creature cards are put into your graveyard from anywhere, you draw a card, lose a life, and put a counter on this enchantment. When the third one is put on it, sacrifice it and create 3 Ultron bots. I mean, we'll go ahead and do that. We'll try and make a spot for it. Super Intelligence. At the beginning of the upkeep of Chant Creature Control, that player draws a card, man. There's another plan. Rewrite history. Whenever one or more creatures you control becomes tapped, draw a card, then discard a card, put a plan token. After the fourth one, sack it. When you do, return up to 2 target instants or sorceries from your hand, from your graveyard to your hand. Jessica Jones, Private Eye. Private Eye, watching you. We got a landfall plan. Claim the kingdom. Whenever land you control enters, put a counter on target creature control and put a plan counter. After the fourth one, sack it. When you do, put an indestructible counter on target creature control. And why not? Tigra, we got Rick Jones. Mr. Hyde, Monster Within, 2/2. At the beginning of upkeep, choose one. Put a +1/+1 counter on Hyde. Or remove a counter from a creature you control. If you do, draw a card. I mean, why not? Punishing Punch, we got Titania versus She-Hulk. This spell costs 2 less to cast if there are 2 or more creature cards in your graveyard. Target creature you control deals damage equal to twice its power to target creature. That's nice. Oh, we got Training Regime, Captain America, Living Legend, Spider-Woman, Secret Agent, Spider-Human, Spy Hero. Oh, let's see. So 1/4 for 3 Flash. When she enters, tap target creature and opponent controls. That creature can't become untapped for as long as you control Spider-Woman. Nice. For 4 mana, though? I don't know. There we go. There's the villain, Black Widow. 3/2 Death Touch. Whenever a creature you control attacks alone against first strike and menace until end of turn. Yes, let's get that. But again, some lazy ass card styles. Speedball, Human Hero, Bullseye. I'll have to, let's look at. I like that animated card style. That's some lazy shit right there. You should have had some Frank Miller art or something like that. So he's a 2/3 for 3. When he enters, you may sacrifice an artifact or discard a non-land card. When you do, Bullseye deals 2 damage to any target. Pay 3, tap, sack an artifact or discard a non-land card. Bullseye deals 2 damage. Ooh, I like that. I like that. So again, right now I'm focusing on villain shit to, you know, make my villain Brawl deck. War Machine, Legacy of Iron. 1/3 Flyer. Beginning of combat on your turn, another target creature control gets +X/+0. Where X is more War Machine's power. Now we get some lazy, lazy art. Alright, we got Thor Odinson. 4/4, Flying, Vigilance, Prowess, double Prowess, wow. Spider-Man to the rescue. 3/2 Flash, Vigilance, Reach. No one dies. When Spider-Man enters, you may tap him. When you do, another target non-attacking creature you control gains indestructible to end of turn. Okay. I like that. Johann Grenier. It's got Firestar right there. Oh, and there's Iceman. So Spider-Man and his amazing friends. Hell yeah, nice Easter egg there. Yes, craft. So that will need to get worked into my Spider-Man Brawl deck. There's Ant-Man. Oh, so Beast is actually in here too. So yeah, he is a longtime member of the Avengers, in addition to the X-Men. Interesting. So Mutant Scientist Hero 3/3. As long as you put one or more +1/+1 counters on Beast this turn, he has flying. Whenever Beast deals combat damage to a player, you draw a card. Okay. Vision Teen Synthezoid. Did I not have Shield Hair Carrier? I guess I didn't. Villainous Hideout. Tap to add a colorless. Tap to add 1 mana of any color. Spend this to add to cast a villain spell or use a villain ability. Target villain you control connives. Yes, we must have that for villain deck. Cool. I'm not going to go through the uncommon shit. I'll do that on my time. Let's do Marvel Superheroes Commander. Oh, there's Aunt May. I already have her. Wait, didn't I have? Not collected. I've collected Aunt May. Oh, Ultimate Alliance, Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Let's do Mythic. Get that off here. Black Panther. There's Invisible Woman from, again, the Brawl deck. Captain Marvel, Mr. Fantastic, Hyperion. Immortus, Master of Eternity. So that's Kang before he becomes Kang. 2/2. Tap him to add an island for each card you've drawn this turn. Spend this to cast non-creature spells. Iron Man. Loki, Lord of Misrule. 3/4. Island tap. Choose target creature you control. Each creature you control other than that chosen creature becomes a copy of that creature until end of turn, except it isn't legendary. Activate as a sorcery. How many I got? I got 4. 4 Mythic wild cards. Alright, Doom Unrivaled. 4/4 Life Linker. Tap him, you draw a card and lose a life. Then if your library has no cards in it, you win the game. So yeah, there's going to be some shenanigans with that shit. But I like that he's a 2/2 with lifelink. And with card draw on there. Black Widow, Daring Operative. So that's the hero one. Ultron the Annihilator. 3/4 Flyer. Whenever Ultron enters or attacks, create a Ultron bot. Whenever another artifact is put into your graveyard from the battlefield, or an artifact card is put into your graveyard from anywhere other than the battlefield, each opponent loses 1 life. Interesting. Human Torch, Nico Minoru, Runaway. Spider-Man Web Spinner. Oh shit. 2/3. Double Strike Haste. Whenever Spider-Man attacks, target creature can't block this turn. That's nice. I like that. But I'm focusing on my other thing right now. Scarlet Witch and Vision. Return of the Mole Man. A landfall enchantment. Whenever a land you control enters, you may mill 2 cards. 6 mana. Sacrifice this enchantment. Create X 1/1 Moloid minions, where X is the number of permanent cards in your graveyard. Tokens have, whenever this token attacks, you may mill a card. Okay, so some swarm stuff. Brutal Brawler. Sauron, Dino Devotee. He's a dinosaur vampire villain. 4/4 Flyer. When he enters or attacks, choose 1. You gain 3 life, or put a Saurian counter on another target creature. It's a green dinosaur with base power and toughness 5/5 for as long as it has a Saurian counter on it. I do like that too. No old school art. That's trash. The Thing. Shuri, the Black Panther. T'Challa, Black Panther. Doctor Doom, King of Latveria. This is what I was wanting. Oh, but again, this is only for the Brawl deck, the Commander deck. So 3/3 for a colorless blue, black, red. Whenever you discard 1 or more land cards, each opponent loses 2 life. At the beginning of combat on your turn, target villain you control gains menace until in a turn it connives. So, I mean, I have to do that anyway. And a 3. We have Loki the Deceiver. So we got... Oh, nice. We got... all the big bads there. We got Dr. Doom, we got Ultron, we got Kang. So same thing, same cost as Dr. Doom. 4/4. Whenever Loki attacks, create a tapped and attacking token that's a copy of another target villain you control, except it isn't legendary and it's an illusion in addition to its other types. Sacrifice that token at the beginning of the next end step. Whenever one or more villains you control deal combat damage to a player, draw a card. Yes, that's nice. Excuse me, man, hiccups. Hiccups. 2. Nick Fury. We've got Captain America Team Leader. Director Nick Fury. We got the Fantastic Four. And again, where's old school Jack Kirby art for them? Alright, so red, green, white, blue. 4/4. Whenever the Fantastic Four enter, and whenever you cast a spell with power, toughness, or mana value 4, choose one that hasn't been chosen this turn. You create a wall for Susan Storm. Fantastic Four deals 3 damage to each opponent for Human Torch. Put 2 +1/+1 counters a target creature for the thing, and then draw a card for Mr. Fantastic. So, do I want that? 2. I do like Sauron too, but I'm going to hold on to my two mythics. Let's go to rare. Matt Murdock. Let's see, how many do I have left? I have 7. 7 left for that. Oh, there's Mayday. And again, 5/4, web slinging for 3, flying vigilance. I mean, I probably had to do that just because I like Mayday. Lone Saga. That could be nice. Stark's Ingenuity. Mysterio's Mirage. Beginning of your end step, if you discard a card this turn, create a 3/3 blue illusion token. Okay. What else we got? The Vulture. Whenever one or more creatures you control with flying deal combat damage to a player, put +1/+1 counter at each of them and draw a card. That's nice. Namor. I feel like that's kind of obligatory too to make a merfolk tribal deck. Each other merfolk you control with a +1/+1 counter on it has flying at the beginning of combat on your turn. That's nice. Time Warp. And of course, Kang's right there in the middle. Nice. I might have to make that. Oh, dude, we need the Maker. Is the Maker in this set? Probably not. Silver Surfer, Alien Hero. There's White Vision. There we go. Viper, Human Assassin Villain, 2/2. Pay a black. Target creature that's attacking alone gets exalted. Another black. Target creature that's attacking alone gains your choice of Death Touch or Lifelink. Oh, I like that. Let's craft her. So that's another. She's another hero with that one. Citizen V, Helmet Zemo. That's from the OG Thunderbolts. 2/2 lifelink. Whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on each villain you control. Fuck yes. Actually, I'm going to need to create a couple more of them later on. Crimson Cow, Master of Evil. It's another Thunderbolts villain. Whenever one or more non-token villains you control attack a player you create. Damn, son, this is going to eat up my wild cards. Doomsday. Search your library and graveyard for 5 cards and exile the rest. Put the chosen cards on top of your library in any order. You lose half your life, rounded up. Ooh. Grim Reaper Scythe. Whenever one or more creature cards leave your graveyard, create a 2/2 black zombie. Sacrifice 2 creatures, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter. Okay. There's Kingpin. Menace. Whenever you sacrifice Kingpin or another creature, create 2 treasure tokens. That's kind of obligatory also, but again, I got 5 wild cards left. Madam Hydra, reanimated, 2/2 Menace. She gets +1/+1 for each creature card in your graveyard. Whenever she enters or attacks, you mill 2. Thanos, Death's Consort, 3/3 lifelink. Whenever another creature control dies, pull a counter. Yes, I must have that. That can go great in my rat deck. Also, try and make room. Bring Goblin back for more. 4/4 Flying Menace. Beginning of combat on your turn, you may discard a card. If you do, each opponent discards a card and has Mayhem. There's another MODOK, Evil Intellect, 3/5 flyer. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, target opponent sacrifices a non-token creature. That's nice too. Shit. Bro, man. So many villains that I need to craft. That's nice too. Whenever Minotaur or another non-token creature dies, I create a token. Iron Fist, pick up the pace. There's another Loki, God of Lies. Ooh, that's nice. Whenever you cast a spell that targets only a single creature, gain control of that creature until end of turn. If it's your turn, untap that creature and it gains haste. Ooh. There's Miles Morales, Spider-Man, new champion. 3/3 reach. Whenever you discard 1 or more cards, Spider-Man deals that much damage to target card. Damage to any target. Hawkeye, Trick Shot. Another Hulkling. Luke Cage. Photon. Thor. Living Laser. 4/4 haste. Whenever he attacks, for each card that you discard, you create a target. You create a token as a copy of Living Laser. So if it isn't legendary, they enter tapped and attacking. So that can go with some Norman Osborn, Green Goblin, Mayhem stuff. I don't know, that's kind of too much work for what I initially want to do. Thor, WandaVision. See, why don't they have a regular Hulk as a villain also? Lucky the Pizza Dog. Oh. Whenever you cast a dog, cat, dog, or hero spell, create a food token at the beginning of each end step. If you gain life this turn, you put a +1/+1 counter on Lucky. Doll. Mr. Immortal. Like, who the fuck are these people? I don't know some of these. Gamma Grotesque. 3/3 horror villain with vigilance. Power up, put 3 counters on this creature, then draw a card for each creature control with a counter on it. Interesting. Abomination, Irradiated Brute. 4/4 with trample. Whenever a gamma or villain you control deals combat damage to. Ooh, yes, yes, sir. Oh man. Devil Dinosaur. Oh yeah. So I think that's what. Yes, I need this for Pantlaza. Hit Monkey, Monkey Assassin. Why is he not a villain? Well, I guess he could be an anti-hero. 3/3. This spell can't be countered. Hit Monkey has reach, vigilance, death touch, hexproof, and haste. Jesus. Hulk, Wolverine claws out. Giant Man, Shang-Chi. Rhino, Terrible Trampler, 7/6 for 6 mana, trample. When Rhino enters, destroy target artifact or land, distribute 3 +1/+1 counters among up to 3 other creatures. They gain trample to end a turn. Also, alright, so there's Silver Surfer that summons Galactus, I believe. Yeah, he's a 4/5 flyer. When he enters, you may search your library for a card named Galactus, Devourer of Worlds, reveal it and put it into your hand and shuffle. Whenever Silver Surfer deals combat damage to a player until the end of your next turn, target creature attacks that player each combat, if able. See, I don't got 3 left, so I do want to do some shit with that. Swordsman Steel. 4 cost equipment. When it enters, draw a card for each equipment you control. Equipped creature. Equipped creature gains +2/+2 for each equipment you control. Rocket powered goblin glider. 3 cost. Has equip 2 and a mayhem of 2. When it enters, if it's captured from a graveyard, you attach it to a creature you control. Quick creature gains +2/+0 and has flying and haste. That's nice. At Marvel, there's another. Oh, Absorbing Man at Titania. 4/5. Double all damage that creature sources you control with deal. Shit. Got 3 left. Astonishing Spider-Man. 4/4 reach. Whenever Astonishing Spider-Man attacks, you may discard your hand. If you do, draw a card for each card you discarded. Not bad. Arch Nemesis Aura. Enchant an opponent. Whenever you attack enchant a player, that player loses 2 life. You draw a card and gain 2 life. Whenever a player attacks you, you may attach this aura to that player. See, I might have to wait on that. Alright, Namor, Atlantean King. 2/2, Mutant, Merfolk, Noble, Flying. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a 1/1 Merfolk token. Whenever Namor attacks a player who has more life than you, other creatures you control, attacking that player gets +2/+0 until end of turn. Okay. Flora Colossus, why didn't they just say Groot? Ultron, Machine Overlord. Flying, other robots and constructs you control get +2/+2. Oh my god, they actually put the Thanos copter in here. But it doesn't have the OG art. What the fuck? Yeah, that's a deep cut in Marvel Comics. 6 cost, legendary artifact vehicle, 5/5, flying haste. When the Thanos copter enters, vehicles you control become artifact creatures until end of turn. Whenever a vehicle you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. And then, of course, there's Galactus. He's a 10 cost, 12/12, flying, trample, indestructible. When Galactus enters, exile target permanent. And then his insatiable hunger ability. Galactus attacks an opponent with the most life among opponents each combat, if able, unless you control a creature named Silver Surfer, Galactus's Herald. Wow. Okay, so I feel like I definitely need to do Absorbing Man and Titania. I kind of think Arch Nemesis also. Then that will leave me with 1 mythic left, so yeah. And then yeah, no bonus sheet stuff. Oh, there we go. Marvel source material. Let's look at, see what I've collected. So yeah, Teferi's Protection, Ponder, 3 steps ahead, Counterspell, yeah, had to get that. Awesome, you know, Steve Ditko, OG. Infernal Grasp, Eric Larson. I love Eric Larson on his Spider-Man runs. Monstrous Rage, that Shock, John Romita Sr., Tangle, Humberto Ramos. I like his art too. And then, of course, Terminate. Alright. Not collected. Let's go Mythic. Oh shit, that's a lot. So there's a different Path to Exile. Yeah. Oh, so that's only an uncommon. Hell yeah. Spider-Man No More. Fuck yeah. Immorate. Ah, John Cassidy. Another one. Gone way too soon, man. Reprieve. What's that? Uncommon? Yeah, fuck it. Let's go ahead and craft that one too. Let's craft that one too. Light of Promise. Captain Marvel. Art right there. 9 lives. Some Black Cat. Comeuppance. Actually, I have this. Oh no, I don't. Concerted Effort. No, I don't want to spend a mythic on that. No. Wedding Ring. See, I want this because of the art, but I don't want to spend a mythic on it. It's a nice card, though. Archangel Athune. Don't move. Leyline Binding. Righteous Fury. Return to the ranks. Counterspell. There's a different counterspell. Lord of Atlantis, yeah. I do want this. Oh, that's Mike Mignola Namor art. Fuck yeah. Alright. I was gonna eat one of my wild cards, but one of my mythics, but that's alright. Michael Turner, another one, man. Fuck cancer. Fuck cancer. Bone cancer got Michael Turner, man. I love his art. Harbinger of the Seas. Non-basic lands are islands. Don't be a mythic. It's rare. But I kind of want to save that, though. Show and Tell. Simulacrum Synthesizer. Clever Impersonator. With Chameleon on there. Mechanized Production. Of course, that's a mythic. Todd McFarlane Mind Trap art. Okay. Right of Replication. Mark Bagley. Secret Wars cover. Mystic Confluence. Oh, that's that. Okay. Choose 3. You may choose the same mode more than once. Counter-target spell unless... Draw phase 3. Return target creature to its owner's hand. And draw a card. Traumatize. Damage. Oh, yeah. This reanimate, too. Well, that was cool. Very, very tempting for that. Doc Ock right here. John Romita Sr. No Mercy. We got some Jack Kirby Fantastic Four art right there. Ooh, that's nice. Whenever a creature deals damage to you, destroy it. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, there's Thanos' Snap from Infinity Gauntlet. Choose odd or even. Exile each creature with mana value of the chosen quality. 0 equals even. Like, I might have to do that just... Oh, that's a rare, too. I don't know. I'll worry about that shit later. That's all my stuff, correct? That's not what I want. Excuse me. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Anywho. Thank you for joining me on this... Oh, hold on. Before I do that, let me look at this. Where's my Ninja Turtle? Does it say hero? Nope, just Mutant Ninja. Mutant Ninjas. Where's... Yeah. Damn. I was hoping that they would have hero on there so you can do some multiverse crossover shit. But anywho. Alright. Now, thank you for joining me on this arena pack opening video. I greatly appreciate it. And again, let me know some shit in the comments. You know, Whether it's stuff that I pulled on here, stuff that you pulled on Arena, or in physical stuff, things you're looking forward to with this set, things you've done things that you, came across in pre-releases or whatever. Let me know in the comments, we'll have a conversation or whatever. But anywho, yeah, like, subscribe, share, and until next time, true believers, Mary Jace, out.